Columbia University is just the first target for President Trump's joint task force to combat anti-Semitism. 9 other universities also are under investigation for allegedly failing to protect their Jewish students. Here to weigh in, Utah Republican Congressman Burgess Owens. He's the vice chair of the House Education and Workforce Committee. What do you think, Congressman, of the action that the Trump administration is taking here?
John, it's about accountability, and Stevie just said it. Once you hit the pocketbook, you get some people's attention, and that's what we needed. Unfortunately, we've had a system in place for way too long in which there was just no accountability whatsoever. There was no sense of what the responsibility was, and if they were off track, that they had to get back on. We have a president who's defining what we need to have in the future, which is a very smart group of people coming through the college system, and one that understands our concept of becoming a more perfect union, which means we cannot discriminate, no matter what it might be, against each other. So I'm excited about where we are, and we're going to start seeing more colleges step to the plate for sure because of things that's happening right now. Apparently,
at least one student who was foreign-born and was here on a visa has had that visa revoked as a result of protesting too vehemently. What do you think about that move, Congressman?
It's needed. We have people that we welcome here to come visit. We don't welcome to come here and visit and attack Americans or to cause divisiveness. If they want to do that, they need to do that back where they came from. So no, we demand respect. We demand that people come here, and if you want to protest or give a voice, do it in a respectful way, in a way that's not taking away the rights of others. And I think it's well overdue. We have young people who have no idea, again, what accountability looks like, and we're finally getting it done. This will be a good example for those who want to stay here, want to get an education. If that's the goal, just do it right. And if you stay here and get it done and take advantage of our great country.
As you know, there are a lot of people who are crying racism here. What do you think about that?
It's the same group that always calls racism, the same group that has DEI, in which they're asking us to look at each other from outside in instead of inside out. They're called racism. No, we're done. We're done with that. We want to be American people that see each other as Americans, number one, and what's best for our country. We might not agree on everything, but we don't dig first thing into looking at something in our exterior and make charges in that regard. So we're done with the calls of being called racism. We're over it, and now it's time for us to move forward. Get our country to where we love each other and we see the best of each other, and we want to make sure our country thrives, and that's the way we do this, coming out of the college system for sure.
Yeah, you know something about racism. You grew up in the Deep South. Is there a parallel between some of the things you experienced as a young person and what's happening today on some of these college campuses?
It's a great question. A couple of things. When you're teaching someone to make decisions on others based on their skin color or their culture, we're getting away from merit. We're getting away from the character base that has always been who we are. And the other thing is, I remember back in the day in the 60s, those who were the most vicious, the angriest, are the ones also hid. They hid under white hoods. So we now see people hiding their faces. If you want to make a point, have the conversation. Don't hide your face, because at that point, you're empowering folks who are really cowards to do things that they would not do if it was very apparent and able to see people for who they are. So we're going to get back to that, and I'm excited about the process. And President Trump is the right person to lead this charge for sure.
I want to play a sound clip from the Secretary of Education. President Trump is talking about dismantling the Education Department and handing that role back to the states. Listen.
I think there is definitely a role for education to make sure that as we move education back to the states, that we are providing the tools for the governors, for the teachers, that we can provide them with research to show best practices, because the president's goal really is to see our scores go up. When 70% of our students cannot read with proficiency, that's just incredibly difficult to swallow, and he's just not going to accept it. Of every dollar that comes into the classroom, they spend about 47 cents of that dollar complying, with regulations. And the president wants to release teachers to be innovative in their classrooms. Let teachers teach.
You think dismantling the Department of Education is a worthy idea?
It is a worthy idea because keep in mind that the Department of Education has not done its job since it began back in 1978. We were #1 at that time in terms of educating our kids. Now we're in around 40s, and people expect us to be okay with that. Now, there's one job that the Department of Education should have, to make sure that we have the smartest kids, most prepared kids in the entire world. And that's not what they've been doing. So let's do something that is based on the way our Constitution is set up. We, the people, send the power to make sure that our kids are being educated and accountability to the states, to the districts. They will make sure at that point that every child has a choice to get their American dream, and the power's been taken out of the hands of the bureaucrats. And by the way, the bureaucratic establishment cares about one thing. That's the adults. They care about the institutions. We need to have an education system that cares strictly, totally about our kids and our future of their legacy of being able to pass this great culture we have down to the next generation.
It's going to be fascinating to see what happens with this plan of the president's. Congressman Burgess Owens, thank you. We appreciate it.
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. All the best.